you want to support your Kansas City Nidokings, get a shirt with the logo slapped on it and put it on your body. It's pretty cool. Link on the screen and in the description below. What is going on, everyone? Coach Kansas City Nidokings, and today we have our IBL Season 4 Week 19 prep versus Phantom Bass and the New York Cosmogs. So I'm going to be going to the team that I built for his. For some reason, Google Drive is still trying to load the document. It took a while, but his team it's a very, very scary team. He's got Landorus T, Mega Deontay, Victini, Decidueye, Empoleon, Hitmontop, Noivern, Electivire, Licky, and Weezing. So, yeah. He's got a lot of bulk on the team. He's got very interesting speed tiers. Because he's got Noivern, who's super fast. Then he's got nothing that's above 100 after that. Excuse me, Mega Deontay is really fast as well. Being base 110. So, it's really dumb that Mega Deontay has 110 base speed. That's absurd. Because, like, normal Deontay is 50. So it gets 60 points of speed. Its defenses and offenses kind of swap, so it gets less bulky when it Mega Evolves, but it gets really fast, and I think that's kind of unfair. Anyways, I'm going to be going over the team that I built for this, and I think it's a good team, so hopefully it'll work out for us. Yeah, nothing much I can say about the whole reason things have been so weird lately. Just sorry. Anyway, first up we have Azura the Suicune holding leftovers of Pressure, Scald, Ice Beam, Substitute, Calm Mind. So, we're doing a subset. I hate this kind of set, but Suicune is really good against this team. He doesn't have much that's super effective against it. You know, the Decidueye, and that's about it. Victini could have Bolt Strike or something like that, I believe. Otherwise, nothing else really wants to take this thing on. I mean, Electivire will take a crap ton from a Skull, and if I get up a 7 and Calm Mind, then Suicune can just kind of run through his team, because this thing is going to be, it's a physical wall, so it's going to be able to take a hit from the Electivire, and Victini. So, even a banded Victini, I'm pretty sure it only like 2-shots it, so it can still live one of those hits. It has something to touch basically everything, except for Empoleon, but after a couple Calm Minds it wouldn't matter against Empoleon, and getting a burn on Empoleon would weaken it anyway. Suicune should just work out very nicely. It just matches up well. It's got a lot of bulk. It's going to be very, very helpful in this matchup. So, we have a little bit in special attack. HP, it's not max. No, max, I believe, would give it an odd number. I wanted to put a little bit in special attack just so it hits a little bit harder. Then we have max defense of the bold nature. So this thing is going to be tanking hits. I love Suicune, and I think it's going to do really nice for us. It's also got really good base special defense, so Suicune should be very nice to have in this matchup. Pretty cool stuff. Next up, we have Megan Fox, Mega Altaria, with Return, Earthquake, Dragon Dance, and Roost. So, once again, a D-Dance set. Again, it kind of runs over his team. Pretty sure I built this thing to outspeed max speed Noivern after one Dragon Dance. Oh no, it wasn't. I didn't. What did exactly did I creep? It helps when I should do these like right after I build them, so I know exactly what I want to do. So I'm gonna actually just look it up. Alrighty, so to tweak the set a little bit. I originally was thinking I wanted to make this thing bulky. That was my original attempt because Landorus was most likely not going to be adamant, and I couldn't get even close to Jolly Lando speed. So anyways, this thing will outspeed everything after one Dragon Dance because I believe Noivern is 122. I should really just double check because I didn't actually look up what its speed stat was. I just remembered it, I'm pretty sure. I don't want to have the wrong calc. Alright, it's 123. I'm really glad I looked back at it. So it's kind of funny, I just swapped the HP and speed around. That is a very interesting thing that happened. Man, I'm gonna go Jolly. I'm gonna go Jolly. Because that's a little bit better, because then I can put more in HP, so this thing can be a bit bulkier. Alright, so that's what we're gonna be doing. I changed it. It kind of sucks, really. I'm gonna copy this and send this error quick. Anyways, so this return hits basically his entire team. Does he have any resistances besides Empoleon? Wheezing, but yeah, after a couple Dragon Dances, Wheezing isn't going to take a hit very nicely. And I have a bunch of other things that actually can take care of Wheezing just fine. Earthquake hits some of the Pokemon. I mean, it's just kind of one of those moves I could add on that would be really nice, because it would do more to Mega Diancie, Victini, and Empoleon. Yeah, as I said, this thing now will outspeed everything with one Dragon Dance. I will actually, I guarantee you that we'll hash this out before things go down, but I could come back and show you if we decided to go Adamant with a bunch of speed rather than the Jolly set. So, pretty cool stuff. Roost is obviously just to heal this thing up so it can stay in the fight, and because I think there's a couple things I can actually like sit in on relatively well. Licky Licky, for instance, that's the main one, I think. So, but yeah, I probably won't have a chance to Roost if I'm able to predict a switch or something like that. And I can get off a D-Dance, then I can just start wrecking. So, pretty cool stuff. Max attacks of this thing hits hard. 12 in special defense because it's got a lower special defense. Then I had the 8 left over and I couldn't split them up. And I don't want even HP. 4 in defense. 100 HP, which is a good amount of bulk investment. Jolly Nature, 140 speed to outspeed everything after 1 D-Dance. So, that is Megan Fox for us. Next up, we have Walken, the Nidoking, holding a Choice Scarf with Sheer Force, Earth Power, Ice Beam, Sludge Wave, and Hidden Power Psychic. Now, I don't know if I brought a Scarf Nido this season yet. But this week it looked really good because basically I send a Nidoking and it gets a kill. That's really just how this works out. This thing is built to outspeed... What was it? I forgot what exactly it is. It might be... I built this to outspeed Choiced something. Maybe Adamant. Choiced Adamant. It might have been Choiced Adamant. Landorus. That might have been what I, creeped to. Anyways, it'll still outspeed his entire team. It's level 100 right here because if you didn't know, you can gen a Pokemon Perfect IVs and have the hidden power that you want. So basically, I don't have to settle. So pretty cool stuff. So it's a timid nature because with an Adamant, or with Modest, I could not outspeed whatever I was creeping to speed. Whatever was creeping. And a lot of special attack investment with 20 HP just because why not? And that, did I really? I swore that oh duh. Okay, yeah, I did go over that. I was thinking, I'm like, you've got to be joking. But, yeah, I mean, I suppose I can leave it on 50. It doesn't matter, the team's already genned. Except I need to get Altaria fixed, but... Pretty cool stuff. So, Earth Power hits the same thing as was mentioned earlier. Mega Diancie does a ton of damage to that. Obliterates Victini. Empoleon does a really nice amount of damage. Electivire stands no chance against it. Ooh, that's what it might have been. Adamant, Choiced Adamant, Electivire. Let me double check and see. Yeah, so this thing is built to outspeed Adamant, a Choice Scarfed Adamant, freaking, what the hell do you call it? Electivire! God damn it! And I know Electivire is a big problem because Electivire is a great Pokemon. One of my favorites. So, anyway, yeah, Ice Beam obliterates Landorus. Decidueye hits super hard. Noivern, just gone. Licky Licky and Wheezing will take normal damage. It'll be better to use... I brought Hidden Power Psychic specifically just for the Wheezing because I didn't need a specific fourth move. I almost said Ice Power. Earth Power, Ice Beam, and Sludge Wave cover his entire squad for at least neutral. And then Hidden Power Psychic is just there. It can... Why not? It can do super effective damage to the Hitmontop as well as the Wheezing. And because Wheezing is kind of able to wall this thing, even though an Ice Beam will hurt from it, so, you know. Okay, so that's about it for Welkin. Next up, we have 707, the Skarmory. I don't remember if Skarmory came last week. We can actually check here in my list of all my teams. We have... Oh, that's where the copies. I see it up... I don't think it's on the screen because I think I cropped that part out. That's just kind of interesting. Anyway, I cleared that, so... We did not bring Skirmery last week. We brought it in week 7, so... Well, technically, I didn't put it in the team. I haven't had that battle yet, because we missed the video last week. Well, this previous weekend, as of recording this. Had to put it on hold because a whole lot of issues. But let's get back into it. Anyways, Skirmery here is holding the Walk-On Berry mainly to be able to survive something like a Bolt Strike from the Victini or a hit from the Electivire. We've got Sturdy as well, so we cannot be one-shot with Ironhead, Stealth Rock, Spray Bird, and Roost. So, Ironhead, this thing is going to be able to do a lot of damage to Diancie, and it's not going to be able to do a ton in return. The Rock-type moves are only neutral. The Fairy moves are not very effective. Obviously, I don't get hit by Earth Power. Does it get Earth Power? It might get Earth Power. I didn't actually remember to look it up, but that's why it was another reason I brought Scarf Walk in, so he can be able to hit the thing in case it does have something like whatever. But Brave Bird's a good stab move. It hits a bunch of other things for super effective damage, and Ironhead will probably be my main move for the majority of his team because a lot of his team doesn't actually resist it, so it's not a big deal. Stealth Rocks would be really helpful just to chip things down. The Victini takes the 25% from it. Noivern does as well. It just helps knocking down some Pokemon. It can break a sash on some Pokemon. Not just some Pokemon. It can break a sash on a Pokemon. It can get them within that certain percentage amount just to knock it out with a specific hit. And Rocks are always just helpful, and I like bringing 707 because it can always live a hit. And then Roost is so this thing can be annoying and stall if it needs to just to heal itself up. I don't remember exactly. I'm not sure entirely what I can sit in on. Probably Diancie. That's probably the easiest one. Maybe the Decidueye. We've got a ton of HP investment, enough so it's an odd number. A little bit in attack and a ton of defense with the impish nature. So this thing is going to be very, very, very defensive because overall, I don't need a specific special Pokemon. Neither of these two, neither Azura nor 707 are threatened by a specific special Pokemon, which is really nice because that allows me to focus on the defensive part for both of them. And Azura obviously being a setup sweeper and whatnot, and then 707 just being a bulky, annoying Pokemon. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. Next up, we have Hawkins the Jolteon holding the Life Orb with Volt Absorb. Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, a Hidden Power Ice, and Shadow Ball. So, it's kind of a typical set. Volt Switch and Thunderbolt just hit super hard. He's got the one immunity being the Landorus, and what else resists it besides Electivire and the Decidueye? Nothing. So, yeah, that's really nice. Hidden Power Ice hits the Decidueye very hard. It basically obliterates Landorus. I don't think it OHKOs. It might after Rocks with the Life Orb. There's a lot of things I don't specifically calc. I mean, Noivern has less bulk, so Noivern probably will go down to a Hidden Power Ice, especially after Rocks. Yeah, so just kind of added Shadow Ball. Hits Victini and Decidueye for super effective damage. Nothing else really. There wasn't anything else I could put on Jolteon this week that would make any sort of actual difference, but we decided to go Life Orb over Expert Belt, which was a consideration. I also don't remember what I considered. I don't remember what I had on it to begin with. Maybe it was Specs or something like that. But Life Orb obviously boosts my damage by 1.3 times. Expert Belt is a little bit less because it's 1.2, but only on physical defense, or excuse me, super effective moves. So anyways, not important, but this thing has enough speed to outspeed max speed Noivern with max special attack, and the rest in HP. This is also an odd number HP. It's like 197 or something like that. So it'll have an odd HP when it comes to level 50. But once again, with the whole hidden power thing, because it gives me that little bit of extra boost with that one IV, because it could mean the difference between a KO or or my Pokemon surviving. So that's about it, really. Volt Absorb is going to be very nice as well if I can predict the Electric type move on Skarmory, and rather than having to waste my or on Azura, and rather than having to waste my Walk-On Berry, I can go into Hawkins and immediately just get that restored back to me. That's like a HP, right? Yeah. So pretty cool stuff. That's about it for Jolteon. It's pretty simple. Jolteon's kind of one of those Pokemon that doesn't really do anything different. It's just, it kind of runs the same sort of set each week. And then finally, we have Garen the Dusknoir. I decided to go with a different name other than Nor, whatever I called it, because it wasn't a very good name. I also said Dusknoir on accident. It's Dusknoir. Anyway, it's got the leftovers with Frisk, Pain Split, Ice Punch, Pursuit, and Earthquake. Now, this thing is my special wall this week. I needed a special wall because I just felt like I really needed one. Specifically, I didn't think Azure nor 707 would be good as a special wall just because of their weaknesses and what Pokemon can carry moves that hit them very nicely with the electric type moves. And Azure is especially defensive by default because it's got a good special defense stat, but 707 doesn't have that great of special defense. This thing, Pain Split, because it has such a bad HP stat, it takes a lot, it'll take a lot of HP from the Pokemon it is facing, because I'm pretty sure basically his entire team is better HP than Dusknoir. So, you know, a little bit in attack, so I do more damage with Ice Punch and Earthquake, and Pursuit. Those three moves just are the best coverage for his entire team. But those three moves are the best coverage for his entire squad. And, yeah, this thing is also a very good switch into the Hitmontop, Licky as well. Overall, this thing should be nice. If I can predict the switch, I can get the Pursuit off. Pursuit should do a pretty good amount, especially like the Decidueye. That'll hurt that thing a ton. Especially some of the Pokemon that don't have good defense stats, like Electivire or Noivern, so pretty cool. Yeah, as I said, max special defense with a calm or a careful nature so this thing is going to be super specially bulky, a ton of HP so that it's an odd number HP stat, and the rest in attack so it can just do a little more damage with its attacking moves. So, that's really about it for Garen. The Frisk will be very nice as well because I can swap it in on a Pokemon, see if that Pokemon is like Scarfed, or see what it is, or if it's a Z move and whatever. So, you know, he's only got one Z Pokemon, which is the Landorus, and I most likely be carrying Rockium Z. I think it would go Rockium Z for Skarmory. That'd probably be the main reason for it. So, pretty cool stuff. And, yeah, that is about it for this week. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, like, appreciate it. In the description below, you'll find the link to Fantabass's channel, as well as the IBL Twitter. Nervous for this match, so once again, I've never played him. He took over for someone way back in the season. I think it was Rhode Island Rotoms or something like that. That may have been who they were. He came into league. He's been here since I think week 2 or something like that. So, anyway, yeah. So, I need to get off our losing streak because I've had a terrible, terrible past 2 matches. Last match was very winnable, but letting Nidoking die turn 1 because of a really dumb prediction, and then what else? There was one other thing that the crit against Suicune may have made it a big difference. Not entirely sure, but it was just no. That was the week before that. The other reason was Altaria was minimum happiness, so that's fun. Anyways, that's about it for me. Really hope you enjoyed it. Did especially make sure to subscribe for more. And let's go Nidokings. Poke myself in the eye.